Jack Della Maddalena. Actually takes on Gil Burns. This is number 11 taking on number 4. Ooh, that's probably illegal, but hey, you know, it's a fight. That's what happens. He's slowly trying to get across that. He does a good job of not overextending and being very calm. Okay, this is going to be a problem because Belal's going to put him here. We know Belal's going to put him here. And the one thing he's doing a good job is that he's not accepting position. This is kind of like what Ilya Topuria does. Hands are here. Block it, and it gives him the opportunity to see what's coming at him. This is bing, mighty approved. Oh, that. Oh. Oh. What's going on, boys? Welcome back to the channel. And we have another void breakdown. Not a void breakdown, but a breakdown. We're going to be breaking down Jack Della Maddalena. I might have got that wrong, but I'm going to call him Jack. As he takes on Gil Burns. We have Jack, who's going to be taking on Belal Muhammad for the welterweight strap of the world. I've never seen Jack fight, so I'm going to break this fight down. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and also hit the bell to know we go live.
Yo, Burns.
Like I said, I have never seen Jack fight before. I've seen Belal fight. I broke down a couple of his fights, but I've never seen Jack fight. And I'm going to get how you say his name correctly because Boo Professor's going to tell me.
This fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 16 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Perth, Western Australia, Jack Della Maddalena.
Jack Della Maddalena. So I was close. We already know Gil Burns. We not say his name. Sporting the corner rolls. Seems to be a crowd favorite. Okay, we're gonna fast forward. We get right to the action, boys. All right, here we go. Let me turn this down because I don't want to hear DC and those guys talk. And let's get going. Okay, he's orthodox. What's going on, guys? This video is sponsored by Prize Picks. Now, Prize Picks is a daily fantasy sports game where you can play directly from your phone. It's very simple. All you gotta do is go to your app store, download Prize Pick, and when you do that, make sure you use my promo code MIGHTY. They have a cool promotion going on right now. All you gotta do is play $5, make your lineup, make your picks, and no matter what happens in that lineup, in the football game, mixed martial arts match, Valorant, you name it, they got it. You win $50 instantly. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, they have UFC 315 right around the corner as Belal Muhammad is taking on Jack Della. Make sure you're locking your picks at the right place, which is Prize Picks. Shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring this video. Now let us get back to the content. Gee, southpaw. Good job of Gil Burns for recognizing that, throwing that body kick immediately. Back to southpaw. Hands are high. Pretty good traditional. Pretty good basics. Back to orthodox. Okay. All right. Does a good job. Fights the hooks instead of the arms. Okay, nice fighting his hands. He's getting his hips off. Good job. Good job by Gilbert Burns. Okay, he gets the cage now. Let's see what he's gonna do. So far, everything he's doing. Oi. Ooh, that's probably illegal, but hey, you know, it's a fight. That's what happens. So far, I'm impressed what he's been able to do. When he got taken down and Gilbert Burns tried to take his back, he did a good job. This is something I'm learning in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is that sometimes as MMA guys, we focus on the hands, but it's not the hands that's going to keep us there. The hands are what's going to choke us out. But if I'm able to, you know, get the hooks off and then worry about the hands later, I'm finding that's a better option to do it, especially when you have your neck down like that. He did a good job doing that. He seems to switch. I don't know if he's a southpaw or orthodox yet, but he seems to go back and forth. There's a time when Gilbert Burns attacked him and he went southpaw when he did it. Now he's back to southpaw. So right now, and when he was against the cage, he did a good job of keeping his balance. Sometimes I'm not worried about like if a person gets this underhook in or this whatever. I think it's more important to keep your balance, because once you keep your balance, then if you get your back, you can fight the hands, fight the feet. But so far, I'm impressed. Let's see. This is number 11 taking on number 4. Inside. Nice southpaw. Jab. Nice orthodox. He's very cautious of when he throws. Like he's not throwing everything in those shots, the power. Like he's slowly trying to get across that void and find that right timing right there. He was southpaw. He pressed in with that 2. Okay, turn off angle. Okay. Doing a good job. Nice. I like that. Nice. Woo-wee. Yeah, he's very calm. Like, he walks. Nice. So he's basically going, the last 2 combinations he did, he went from southpaw to orthodox, and the transition when he did that, how did he mask that? He threw across, right? So he threw across, came across the void, and then put it a combination together. So he goes from southpaw to orthodox a lot, and he does a good job of not overextending to be very calm. Hand. Wow. Yep, he's Look at the president. Look at the president. Nice. Good job from Gilbert throwing those body kicks. Okay. Okay, this is going to be a problem because Belal's going to put him here. We know Belal's going to put him here. Okay, let's see what he does. He's got a frame, going for the legs. Okay. Great first round. I really like how his hands are up high, they're not low. He's very methodical when he's coming across the void. He just walks across it. He likes to poke with that right hand and his the left hand if he's southpaw. He's very conservative about how he throws his shots. That's the biggest thing I see from him. Like I said before, this is my very first time ever seeing him fight. Let me see the cards.
he's going to miss more. He's got to come a little bit more. You're piecing him up. Just stay patient on the outside. Yeah. The pull is where damaging shots are going to be, all right?
Okay, already I like how he's communicating with his corner during the rounds. So that means he's engaged. He knows what's going on. He's can take advice from his corner. I think that's always a good sign, or a high IQ. Like, he knows what's going on in the fight, and he comes back and he was like, okay, well, let me try this. So that's another thing we can keep. And then right there, he's going off the jab. Now he's southpaw. I think he's a southpaw. It's kind of hard to tell because I haven't seen any explosiveness from either stance yet. He's walking around that. He's working around that corner. I like how he's pressuring. Doing a good job pressuring him. Nice body kick. Well, high kick. Free kick. Nice. Nice. Nice orthodox. 1, 2. Nice southpaw. Okay. Okay, let's see what he can do now. This is where I think the fight's going to take place with him versus Belal, because Belal is a pressure fighter. Belal's not a he's not a, you know, he's a high volume activity, but he's not a you know, I don't think Belal's knocked anybody out. I could be wrong. I can look at the stats, but I think this is what Belal's going to do to him. He's going to out wrestle him like he did to Leon Edwards. Okay. And the one thing he's doing a good job is that he's not accepting position, right? Like, I don't know if they would have scored that a takedown in jiu-jitsu, because he wasn't all the way down. He still had 1 foot down on the canvas. Okay, he gets his back off the cage. All right, now he's back in his stance, and he's orthodox. Nice southpaw. And he gets real close. I really like this, what he does. I really like this right here. This is kind of like what Ilia Topuria does. Right here. Hands are here. Blocking. Blocking. And it gives him the opportunity to see what's coming at him. Instead of, like, you know, and he's super close. He's at the edge of the border, maybe even inside of it. And he's watching to see reactions or what Gilbert Burns is going to do. So I really like that. He's very, this is, bing, Mighty approves. Let's continue. Oi! Good shot by Gilbert Burns. But I think Jack was able to eat it because he was in a position where he was able to reciprocate that energy. Right? He wasn't outside of the box. He wasn't there. I think his fucking nose got... No, he's fine. Right? Working behind that jab. Nice 1, 2. Push kick. Yeah, he's not... I don't feel like he's a very explosive... Nice. Nice orthodox. Damn. I think what he does a good job of going from southpaw to orthodox very subtly, and then he doesn't have a rhythm to him. Right? Like when you look at him, there's no rhythm. He walks there, stays there. No rhythm. There's no rhythm whatsoever. He's orthodox now. Jab. Southpaw. right? Runs away southpaw. Looking for his entry. Pause. Looking close. Getting closer. Ooh, that landed. But see, once again, let's go back to see where his hand was when that landed. Okay, southpaw. Hands are always up. Right? And look, he doesn't have a big reaction, meaning that he doesn't bring his head outside of this box. This square. He doesn't bring it out. If he did that, that shot would have been a lot worse. But since this is your strongest point as a fighter or a football player, basketball player, whatever it is, this is where you're going to take, your body is ready to reciprocate the energy. But let's see where his hands were when he ate that. Comes. Okay. Right here. His hands are there. He throws a jab. And that hand, so he was able to eat that. So he blocked it, but ate it. But look where he is. He's not out of position. He threw a jab perfectly. The jab is perfect. Beautiful slip from Gilbert Burns. Here's a jab. There's a chest. The head. Right hand blocks it. He's not out of his box. He's still inside that box. Good for him. I wanted to slow down to see if he actually ate that. But he ate it. Okay. But it looks bad. But when you break it down frame by frame, he actually blocked it. He still ate the energy because the energy's got to go somewhere. But it wasn't a flush shot on his face. And that's why he's able to still push forward. Okay, he shoots. Okay, not accepting position. Okay, that would be 2 points in BJ. So the biggest thing is that he doesn't accept the position. Okay, let's see what's going to happen now. Okay, elevating the head. Assuming the hips. Okay, nice coming up. Okay. Going for a triangle. Okay, beautiful pass from Gilbert. Gilbert's trying to take his back. Okay, he's fighting the hands. Smart. Body triangle. Okay, he lost this round. Gonna go armbar. Nope. Go back. Okay. So he does a good job of not accepting the position. Is that jab? Two to the body. Boom. That was a clean, beautiful shot from Gilbert. He blocked that. Let me see what he says.
You're definitely down that one. Let's finish in this round. Let's finish in this round. Let's get after him, but we don't need to rush the shot. Come on, Jack. Let's go. This is it. When you get 2-on-1 on a grip, okay? I need you up instantly. You understand? 2-on-1 on a grip, up instantly.
Yep. He still communicates with this corner. I'm assuming Gilbert Burns is as well, but I'm focusing more on Jack to see how he, like I said, this is the first time I've ever seen him fight, so I have no idea what his style is. He's Jack, nice orthodox. Southpaw. Wow. Nice. Nice counter. I bet you probably hits hard. Like he, I feel like he might have heavy hands. Yep. Catch that. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Oh, shit. Oi, oi. Oi. Oi, oi. Beautiful. Okay. Can you defend this? Okay. Beautiful balance. Beautiful balance. Keeping balance. Keeping a balance. Okay. Going down. Beautiful. Beautiful. And see, this is why now when I talk about, like, it's so important to keep your balance, because once you start to sprawl and put a wizard in, right there, you kept this balance. Once you put the wizard in, you're giving your balance and your weight to your opponent. So there's a time to go, okay, still not accepting. Still not accepting. Okay. Sorry, still not accepting. Still on his feet. Sorry, I'm all into this fight. Okay, he's fighting the hands. Okay, now he's got takedown, but he still hasn't accepted the position. No, I don't think he has to explode. Okay, he gets up. Okay, he still hasn't accepted the position yet because he's still fighting. Okay, he exposes his back. Okay, fighting that lead hand. Gets right up. Trying to throw. Okay, gets taken back down. Gets the hooks back in. Okay, and this is where Belal is going to eat him alive if Belal can get the takedown and force his weight on him. Oh, that. Oh. Ah. Oi. Beautiful knee right on him. Oi. Damn. 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 Oh. Wow. So he does not accept the position. Let's go back. The only reason why he was able to get out of that position, because when Gilbert Burns, when he went 2-on-1 and grinded, tried to break down the base, he went super hard, and Jack felt it and rolled with it and used that momentum that Gilbert was using to break him down against him and came on top. And then once they got on the feet, he didn't recreate the void. He threw a knee into the void, because typically what's going to happen is that if I throw a knee into the void and you're coming into it, there's only a couple options. You have to eat it, block it, or you're going to punch me. But if you punch me, you're going to eat it because my knee's coming, right? So let's go back. Right there is right when he gets it, right? So he's going here. He hasn't accepted the position, meaning that he hasn't stopped fighting. When you guys see me say he hasn't accepted the position, right? This is the post. Gilbert Burns does everything right. He has 2-on-1. This is pretty much wrestling breakdown. You want to push him there off his base so you get him. This hip is still there, and this is what he's taking right there, right? But he's able to use the momentum that Gilbert Burns uses, a big push, and he rolls him this way. Watch this. Watch this. Big push. Rolls. Does like a Granby roll. Uses the cage to walk up. So if this is in the middle of the octagon, this probably wouldn't be available. But he uses the cage to walk up. Turns. Gets up. Watch immediately. Knee. Look at this. Gilbert Burns. He throws that knee. Gilbert Burns could throw overhand right. Right? But Jack guessed, I'm going to throw a knee into this void. Right? Gilbert Burns ducks down. He guessed correctly. Booey. Eats that. Right? Sprawls. Drops him. Passes guard, right? He's got a knee drag, elbowing him. Beautiful finish, right? Okay. Still. Okay, he's not, now he's get outside his guard. Now he still passes. And that's the thing that I love when I see athletes, that he still passes, right? He's still being effective with the ground pound and also dealing with the legs. Very nice. Wow. I'm excited to see that fight with him versus Belal, because Belal is going to take him down. I don't see Belal standing up with him because he reminds me of a more craftier version of Leon Edwards, meaning that Leon Edwards doesn't break that stance. He's a sniper. I don't think Leon Edwards goes from southpaw to orthodox, but Jack was very sticky about going southpaw to orthodox, really trying to work his way across the void, and he's not scared to engage in the grappling. Each time Gilbert Burns took him down, Jack was able to not accept the position and turn those positions into something that's going to work out well for him. There was a time, and I think the second round, when Gilbert Burns was able to get the hooks in, got the body triangle, it was in a round, so he was okay, I lost that round. Even I knew he lost it because he was okay, he just let it go. But what he was able to do at the very end of the finish was actually impressive, because the whole entire time you never see him ramp up. You never see him ramp up. But the third round, you can see that he knew he was down. He ramped up, caught that kick, threw a hook off the kick, and just took it to Gilbert Burns and was able to use the cage. Oh, let me see if we get a little more. Right here. This is the big push. This big push, boom. Look, uses the cage to roll. Comes up. Comes right back in. And that's the most important part. The two most important part about this is that he never accepted the position. Ooh, right on a collarbone too. Good damn. Right here, boom. I'm excited now. I'm even more excited to see Jack take on Belal Muhammad, because I've never seen Jack fight before, and this was his last fight against a very, very tough Gilbert Burns. I mean, Gilbert Burns went multiple rounds with Hamzat. So we'll see what happens. So, boys, if you guys heard this breakdown, I know it was long, but I wanted to actually give you guys a legit breakdown of this athlete. So, if you guys enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you like, subscribe, and also hit the bell to know when we go live.